Nicole to be our pastor.
My grandmother was born the third child of 9, 7 girls and 2 boys, born and raised in New York, and she has made me who I am today. She helped my mother raise me. We were 2 kids raised by a single mom. We lived in the same building, and my grandmother was on the 1st floor, I was on the 5th floor, and I spent a lot of time with her. I inherited my love of cooking from her. She taught me all I know about God and religion and life, and she was very special to me. In fact, when I got pregnant with my firstborn son, she moved from New York to California to help me raise him. And so in fact, my son is named after her. Her name was Saida, and his is Said. So in 1988, she made her Hajj to Mecca. She made her pilgrimage to Mecca. And if you're familiar with Islam, that's one of the 5 pillars of Islam. And if you can make the trip, you should do it. And so she was really excited about going. And even though this was a woman who was scared to drive at night, she traveled all the way to Saudi Arabia by herself, but with no family members, with just a travel group. And she was very doughty in her intention to make her Hajj. So while she was there, she picked up some gifts for the family. And for me, she picked up a ring. She came back and she gave it to me, and I loved it because it was a gift from hers, from a special place. And I've worn it ever since. So fast forward, in 2007, my grandmother had passed away in 1994. And I was out running errands with my husband. So we're at a store and getting stuff. We came back and I realized my ring was gone. I was horrified. Looked all over the house, couldn't find it. And I thought, well, maybe I dropped it at the store. So we went back to Home Depot. I scoured the floor for at least 45 minutes, seeing if it bounced somewhere. My husband checked with the manager, somebody turned it in, and nothing. Now, this ring was a symbol of my relationship with my grandmother. And so to lose it was devastating. So we got back to the house and I saw my mother and I just burst into tears. I was so sad that this ring was gone because it was like my grandmother was gone. Even though she'd already been dead for 13 years, it was my connection to her. So I sat down and I was really upset and I thought about it and I was like, well, you know, this was a ring, but I thought about what if I lost my children, or what if I lost my husband or someone else that was close to me? That would be infinitely more devastating. And then I thought about the people in the world who've lost more than one little piece of jewelry. They lost all their possessions because of some devastating natural disaster or fire. And in the grand scope of things, I realized that losing this ring, while sad, wasn't as great a tragedy as I initially thought it to be. And so once I made peace with that, and I thanked God for the blessing of having known my grandmother and having had someone like that that loved me and taught me all those things, I immediately felt better and I was ready to move on with life. And about 5 minutes later, my husband found the ring. And this is it, and I still don't take it off. And the lesson I learned from that is that we should really cherish the relationships that we have. Work, friends, loved ones, those are the important things. The material things that we have some value, but they're certainly not everything. And so as you move forward in life, cherish the people around you because they're really what is important in life.